What's up, guys? It's Wolfwood Bacon back at you again with another deck profile for Universus. This time we're doing Wolfwood for the Three Hammers Reviews and Gaming channel. Wolfwood is really busted. I think honestly he's going to be a problem in the meta. He's going to be a really good character. Let's see if it'll focus. Mill 1, your ranged or weapon attack gets 3 damage. Discard 1 momentum after your combat phase begins. Draw 2 cards and gain 2 health. Honestly, super busted. I played this deck and it did amazing. I went 2-0, 2-0, and then 1-1 for the tie. It went really, really good. Honestly, just super good deck. I have no regrets. Amazing deck. So I'm playing Wolfwood on fire. So let's just jump right into it. Playing 3 Avoiding Conflict. Avoiding Conflict is really good. You should definitely be playing it. After this card enters your discard pile during the enhanced step, this attack gets +2 damage or -2 speed. Really good for when you check it. It's got a 5 check, so it's good. Enhance, place this card on the bottom of your deck, draw 1 card. Really just a good card. If you draw it, it's just a great card to put back into your on the bottom of your deck, get another draw, keep your turn going. If you check it, you can either weaken your opponent or strengthen yourself. Just a great card. We're also playing 4 Cremation. Lose 1 health. This attack gets +3 speed. If your character's Dobby, lose 1 health. We're not doing that because we're not playing Dobby. Lose 2 health after your opponent plays their 3rd non-attack card this combat phase. Add the top card of your deck to your momentum. So that is just for we don't really use that effect much, but yeah, this just gives us extra speed, makes us harder to block. This is a very aggressive deck. Wolfwood pumping out damage, Cremation pumping out speed. That's what we're doing. Let's move into the attacks. Just like with my Vash deck profile, Punisher Beam, 4 of. Bread and butter of this deck. Yeah, you have to run it as a 4 of. This, honestly, is the best card for Wolfwood. Mill 3, add a ranged or weapon attack mill this way to your momentum. If this attack deals damage, destroy a rival foundation. Breaker 1. With Wolfwood wanting you to destroy momentum to draw and to heal, yeah, this card is busted. You have to run 4. This is like your best opener. This is your everything. You want this card, and if you can get it to pop off and destroy, you can take care of Spooky or any other problem foundations that are giving you trouble. Get rid of the speed, hate, whatever your opponent is doing that's causing you grief. Kill it. Running 4 Flashfire Fist Hellspider. Flashfire Fist Hellspider. Your attacks this turn get +1 speed. If you've cycled this game, your attacks get +1 damage. Or not this game, this turn. This card is great. 3 high for 6 actually deals a lot. With Wolfwood, we're going to go ahead and knock that up to a 3 high for 9. May not sound like a lot of speed, but it's definitely a lot of damage. They better hope they have high blocks. And well, it automatically comes in with an extra speed, so it's going to be a 4 high for 9 with Wolfwood. That's pretty busted. Great opener. Great opener. Here is the most broken card in this deck. If you're playing Wolfwood, you have to run this card. You just have to. Twisted Azure Inferno. Twisting Azure Inferno. If this attacks damage is 7 or greater for the rest of the turn, your checks get +1, and your rival's checks to play blocks get -1. After you play an action, it gets +2 damage. So with Wolfwood, we just give it a +3. Boom, we have our 7 or greater. We're good to go. With Cremation, we give it +3 speed and +2 damage for playing an action. We play Avoiding Conflict, we're giving it extra damage. This thing, you have to play this thing. I mean, it just comes in with Wolfwood. It just has its effect all the time. It's just good to go. Next, we're running 4 ignited arrow. If this attack is blocked, discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard an attack. Add the discarded attack to your hand. This is really in here as a fetch. We need that fetch so that we can try to fetch our Azure, so that we can try to fetch our Punisher Beam. Those are our like big plays. Hellspider's not bad to have either, but these are in here as a fetch. So we just want to be able to fetch these cards. And we're running 2 Tongue Tank because, as I said in my Vash video, Tongue Tank is just such good poke, such good everything. Can't play any more attacks after this card is played. This attack gets +1 damage for every attack in your card pool. Multiple games, I had 4 attacks in my card pool, this being the 4th one. So, you know, it gets +4 damage, so it's a 3 low for 6. And then with Wolfwood, you're giving it an extra 3. So now it's a 3 low for 9. If they don't have low blocks, they're in trouble. Honestly, just Tongue Tank, run it. It's so good. It's good as a 2 of, I think, personally. We'll move into foundations. We're running 4 Ice Gliding. Ice Gliding is so good because you can give either speed hate to your opponent. It's commit. This attack gets +1 or -2 speed. If it is blocked, the next attack gets +1 or -1 speed. So you can either use this to give yourself +1 speed and your next attack +1 speed, or give your opponent -2 speed and their next attack -1 speed. Honestly, for an aggressive deck like this card really is great. But if you're forced to play defensive, really good defensive option. We're running a single copy of Defrosting. Once per turn, discard the top card of your deck. Choose one of the following. Give it +2 speed, -1 damage, which is what we usually do in this deck. Since we have so much damage, we want speed. Or this attack gets -1 speed and +2 damage. If you have to speed hate, that's the way to do it. If your opponent's playing Twisting, you can give it -1 damage, stop them. There's different things you can do with it, but it's just really good. This is the most useful foundation. You have to run this foundation if you play Wolfwood. You have to. It is so good. I got this recommendation from my Discord. So good. Talented Baker. Your attack gets +1 speed. Only playable if you've drawn 1 or more cards this combat phase. We don't use the second response, but with Wolfwood, we draw almost every single turn. So this is just free speed. And we run 4 of it, so almost every enhanced step, we're getting 4 free speed. Just for free, just 4 free speed. I mean, that's honestly just the best card. Quick to act. This is just a spammable. If your health is less than half of your maximum, it gets +1 speed. Really just great card. 0 diff for 5. And in an aggressive deck, we end up at half-life pretty easily. Press conference. This is another fetch. Reveal 1 attack in your hand. Then, or not a fetch. This is reduce your next attack to play this turn has the same name as the revealed attack that gets +1 difficulty. This is really good for stringing attacks. So these, you know, just flip it and instantaneously just keep going and going, making things easier and easier. Fastest Flame. This is a spam. Flip, your fire attack gets +2 speed. So these are just spam. Again, Wolfwood gives so much damage, we need speed. We're running a Rappa package in this. I think that Rappa's package is really good in this deck because it's so aggressive. Flip, after your rival blocks with an attack, draw 1 card. Playable while committed. Very useful. Since we're playing so aggressive, we're forcing our opponent to block because all of our attacks do lots of damage. So even if we have to commit for an attack, our opponent blocks with an attack, flip, we're drawing. We're just keep stringing out and stringing out. Very, very useful. Playing 4 Lust for Battle. This is a response. After this card enters your discard pile during the combat phase, Your rival's next check gets -1. Failing that check does not end the combat phase. This is really good for you block, check it, remove it. Block, you check it, remove it, and give their next check, or give their next check -1. Just trying to end your rival's turn a little faster. And the last card from the wrap-up package is Looking for a Challenge. After this card is committed due to your rival's effect, your next check gets +3. So, if your opponent stuns, you stun this. Give your next check +3. This also lets you commit and flip your next check to play or block with an attack. It gets +2. So, just lets us continue to keep attacking. Lets us string out. That's what we really, really want in this deck. The new number 1, we're playing a 2 of. It's unique though, so be careful with that. But this card cannot be sealed. Return this attack to its printed speed. This attack gets +1 or -1 speed. I used this both defensively and offensively in my games. Where I got nerfed really bad on speed or something. Return it to the printed and give it +1 was useful. But I also, when they gave theirs like +10 speed, return it to printed, give it -1 speed. So this card has saved my life in a few of my games. And finally, we're running No Remorse. Flip, if your rival has made 3 or more checks this turn, draw 1 card. Drawing cards, never underestimate the power of drawing cards. You always want to draw cards. And it is very easy with this card. I mean, your opponent will always draw 3 cards. Or always check 3 cards. But yeah, that's the deck. It's very aggressive. It has some options for defense, but I think that this is a really good ratio. I've play tested it quite a bit on TTS, and I played it in the event for locals, and it did really, really well. So try it out. Try it on TTS. Build it yourself. Let me know what you think. If you have any comments, tell me what you'd change. Tell me what you liked about it. Just comment down below. Tell me what you'd do differently. All right, thanks for watching. And next time we'll look at some Yu Yu Hakusho decks. I've got a Jin deck that I will be doing a profile for next, and then hopefully Younger Toguro. So stick around for some Yu Yu Hakusho content.